YouTube? This is your boy Jonathan here, coming to you live from nolenationn843. Welcome to another week of college football. Sorry I haven't been able to post these past couple weeks. I coach junior high football, plus I'm going on vacation towards the end of this month, and it's just things have been real hectic. Been trying to catch up a lot of things. Work's been kind of crazy as well. So I apologize for not posting any videos, but I'm back. I will be posting videos weekly again. So get ready to enjoy. This week, college football, it's going to be pretty good week, pretty crazy. But let me talk a little bit about the past couple weeks with Florida State. I've been reading a lot of comments through various forums, boards, things like that. That people want Jimbo Fisher fired. First of all, I can't fathom that thought. Listen, the man's 79-14 in 7 seasons at Florida State, one national championship, 3 ACC titles, an Orange Bowl victory. I mean, you name it, he's done it. It's sort of Jimbo's fault, but it's sort of not. And here's why I say that. It is Jimbo's fault because, he hired Charles Kelly as his defensive coordinator after Jeremy Pruitt left. I think it was an impromptu decision to the fact that, there wasn't many coordinators defensively out there that he could have got. I mean, there was, he could have probably gone and got Will Muschamp or somebody like that. But there's some good news on the horizon. I think if Charles Kelly continues to struggle, I don't think Charlie Strong will last very much longer at Texas. And if that happens, maybe Jimbo goes and pushes for Charlie Strong as his defensive coordinator to just, shift things up. Charlie's a well-known recruiter, especially in the Florida area, one of the best defensive minds in college football. So, I mean, you never know. They could bring him in as a defensive coordinator and maybe rejuvenate the defense. I don't know. That's what I'm hoping as a Florida State fan that will happen. But as far as it goes to the defensive side, listen, we're a young football team. We do have some experience. You got Nate Andrews, you got Marquez White, DeMarcus Christmas, Noddy, Roderick Hoskins. The one thing about this defense, though, is it's still young. We're struggling to play the pass. But a lot of that has to do with not getting enough pressure on the quarterback. The thing with the 2013 season that everybody keeps referring back to is that the front four with Timmy Jernigan, Mario Edwards, those guys, they got pressure. We didn't need to blitz. And if we did blitz, we sent one linebacker. But they didn't need to blitz. I mean, Timmy Jernigan and Mario Edwards alone were getting enough pressure to take down the quarterback and not have to worry about it. And we could sit back in coverage, which made our jobs easier. Derwin James being out is definitely killing us right now. The leader of that defense. Hopefully he'll be back soon. They're talking, the Clemson week. We'll see what happens. He's healing pretty quickly from what I'm seeing. But that's that. I think we just need to relax, see what happens. If Charles Kelly doesn't get it, I'm sure Jimbo Fisher will make some changes. I just can't see him just doing that. Just keeping the defense the way it is. The one thing about Jimbo that is nice is he's never lost back-to-back games in a season at Florida State. So this could be a week we turn it around. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, the defense will get it together. I know there was projections out there of us going 7-5. I highly doubt that's going to happen. I know our schedule's tough. Miami's another tough one. We still got to play Clemson. We still got to play Florida, and we still got a couple other tough games, but I don't see a 7-5. My projection, we'll see after this week, and I'll give you my projection for the rest of the week. But anyways, let's get into the college football week. Starting Friday night, Clemson plays Boston College. They travel to Boston to play Boston College, Massachusetts. Clemson's going to win this game. Boston College defense is very good, but they have no offense. So let's be honest. It's going to be a brutal beatdown by Clemson. So as much as I hate to say it, that's what's going to happen. So that's one of the big Friday nights games. So on Saturday, there's tons of games opening up at 12. You got the red rivalry shootout between Texas and Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma is going to get the W. I just think Texas has got I know Charlie Strong has taken over that defense, but the one forte that he forgot about when he went to Texas was the defense. He's been recruiting very well on offense. He's got a great offense, the right offensive coordinator, but they're young they're young on defense at Texas. If the Texas fans would just be patient and the alumni be patient, I think Texas in at least another year will be absolutely dangerous. If you look at their defense, and I went and looked it up online the other day, most of their defense is only freshman and sophomore. They maybe have one junior, one senior, but their starting defense and the depth chart, it's freshman, freshman, sophomore, freshman, freshman, sophomore, sophomore. So it's they're going to be really good. But I'm going to pick Oklahoma to win this game. They're going into Norman, Oklahoma to play the Sooners. Now last year, Texas held on to hold the victory to win it, but I think this year that the Sooners get it done. Another matchup we'll see at 12 o'clock is Florida or LSU at Florida. LSU's going there with no Leonard Fournette. Their defense is very good. They got a little momentum after last week's win. I think Luke Del Rio will be returning for Florida. As much as I hate to say this, I'm going to pick Florida to win that game. I think that without Leonard Fournette, their backup's really good as too, but Florida's defense is really good. It always has been. But I'm going to go on the limb, and I'm going to pick Florida to win that game. Then we look at the 3:30 game, an ACC matchup between Virginia Tech and North Carolina. Virginia Tech, they finally made it to the top 25. I think Justin Fuente is doing a great job down there in Virginia Tech, which I thought he would. North Carolina came in off the victory last week by a field goal, beating my team, the Florida State Seminoles. Although there was a little, a pass interference that I thought shouldn't have been called. But anyways, I'm going to pick North Carolina to win that. It's in North Carolina. They're coming off a big victory over Florida State. The momentum's starting to roll now for them. So I'll pick North Carolina to beat Virginia Tech. It'll probably be close, but I'll pick North Carolina. Then you got Tennessee at Texas A&M. Listen, Texas A&M's really good, but Tennessee's just this year. That everybody thought they were overrated. Coming into the season. But then they go and beat at Bristol International Speedway. They go and pound Virginia Tech, and then last week the Hail Mary pass to beat Georgia. Just something about this team, man. I think Butch Jones is getting them on the right play. I think they beat Texas A&M. They go into Kyle Field, beat Texas A&M. Joshua Hobbs just needs to have a solid game. Their defense is pretty good. It's starting to get better. No, I shouldn't say pretty good. It's starting to get better. But, I think that Tennessee will go in and win in Texas A&M and continue undefeated. Right now, they're my outright favorite to win the SEC East. Then at 7 o'clock, you got Alabama and Arkansas. And obviously, I'm picking Alabama. They're the number one team in the nation. Jalen Hurts can sling the ball. They got Calvin Ridley, the beast at running back in Bo Scarborough. And they just got so much weapons, man. It's crazy. But Alabama's gonna win. I don't think Arkansas will have enough firepower to beat Alabama. Listen, they control the ball, they run the ball, they got a pretty good defense. But Alabama's, when they get the ball, they pretty much are scoring on almost every drive. So, So I'm gonna pick Alabama to beat Arkansas. We got the Georgia and South Carolina game. This game will probably depend on this hurricane that's supposed to be hitting my home state. I am from South Carolina. The hurricane's supposed to hit here probably Friday night, early Saturday morning. So I don't know if that game's going to continue on at Williams-Brice Stadium. They may move it to Georgia after the hurricane's gone through. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I know a lot of teams are going to be affected. The Florida State-Miami game, there may be moving it to another location to keep the kids from, getting caught up in that storm. But anyways, if the game is played, I'm going to pick Georgia to come in and beat South Carolina. As much as my buddy, he's a big South Carolina fan. As much as he's starting to like this team, even though it lost last week to Texas A&M, there was a lot of bright signs. I just think Georgia's is going to have too much for them. I think Nick Chubb should be back this week. With that and Jacob Easing just controlling the ball, managing the game. They've got good receivers. You know, they got Ridley, Calvin Ridley's brothers there. Um, so I mean, they got some pretty good weapons. I think Kirby Smart's in the right direction with Georgia. So I'm going to pick Georgia to beat South Carolina. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but it's going to be a closer game than people think. So I think it'll be a close game, maybe by a field goal. Then to cap off the 8 o'clock night, it's FSU versus Miami, this heated rivalry. Miami's 4-0. They're number 10 team in the country. Top 10 for the first time since, I think, 2014, I think. They might have been last year. I don't remember. But anyways, top 10 team. They're moving in the right direction. I think it was a great hire by Miami to bring Mark Richt in. He's got a better chance of succeeding in the ACC with it. You know, it's ACC starting to get stronger, but I think he'll have a better chance of winning at Miami than he did at Georgia, especially with the recruiting base that he can get in Miami. Listen, as much as, you know, I want Florida State to come out here and just, you know, blow Miami out, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be a close game. I'm picking Florida State because Jimbo Fisher normally, in his career, 7 seasons, has never lost back-to-back football games. So I'm picking Florida State. The key to the football game is going to be DeAndre Francois and that defense. If the defense can control the home run hits that Miami's going to throw at them, because I promise you early Miami's going to come out, probably send Stacey Coley down the field trying to blow the roof off our defense. If they can control that, I'm better off. I feel better with our defense going against this team than like a spread read option team. They're more of a pro style offense with under Mark Richt, so I feel more control. I'm more comfortable with this. So I'm going to pick Florida State, but the keys are going to be DeAndre Francois on that defense. I think Dalvin Cook's going to get his 100 yards. I think the offensive line is going to play really good. Their defense is ranked 7th in the country, but I mean, let's be real. They've played FAMU, Florida Atlantic, Georgia Tech, Appalachian State. Even though Appalachian State had that scare with Tennessee, I didn't think they were for real. I just thought Tennessee was overlooking them. But I think, you know, Florida State will come in here. They'll go to Miami, get the job done, take care of business. Like I said, Jimbo's never lost back-to-back games. But like I said, those are my 2 keys. Is going to be Florida State. For Florida State is going to be DeAndre Francois and that Florida State defense. We'll see. I mean, I'm picking Florida State. My buddy's a big Miami fan as well, and so yeah, we're gonna have a really good I guess Saturday, as long as this, you know, hurricane doesn't pound us too hard here in South Carolina. But anyways, that's all I got for this week in college football. You know, I appreciate all you guys that are you know, that watch my videos. I want to thank you. Down in the description below will be the email contact for me. Also my Twitter page, and also Instagram. But yeah, I mean, if you guys ever want to send questions my way, you can email them, send them through Twitter, whatever. Just continue to like, subscribe. I will continue bringing these videos out for you. Yeah, so until next time, guys, fear the spear, no nation. Peace.